Lilly's father will have to wait while she reports the attempt on her life to Captain Anagril.
Well met.
Alright, Lilly explaining to Captain Anagril how someone made an attempt on her life in the market district. You know the markets aren't safe, Lilly. There have already been 12 murders there since winter. Perhaps it's time I talk to your father and Officer Ganelin about assigning you a bodyguard. In the meantime, stay out of trouble, alright? Ask her where her father is. Currently, your father's in important council with the envoys from Emperor Vhorkas. It's not what she was told. They've been in discussion for quite some time. Rest assured, he'll send for you as soon as he can. Yeah, she was summoned here. I'm sure Magistrate of Ghaarak did, Madam Lilly, and that suggests that his important council is indeed nearing its end. If you're unwilling to wait patiently for him here, I'll inform your father that he'll find you pacing the inner halls. No need. She won't stand for it anymore, and will be interrupting that meeting promptly. She's in mortal danger, locked out of her estate, needs a bodyguard, should not have to suffer Chancellor Varun's indignities or High Sorcerer Harkon's improprieties, needs, if not a coach, at least a private room at the Ravenclaw Tavern, and is afraid she'll forget what else she wanted to speak with her father about. Lilly's father doesn't even notice her entrance, and he seems quite preoccupied in conversation with the elven man standing before him. Harkon. So Harkon, tell me, have you and your sorcerers determined the nature of this gem? Of course, Harkon being the same fellow from the market district earlier that stood up to the Crimson Prophet. It appears to be some sort of artifact from the lost age of Ghaarak, Magistrate of Ghaarak. Never seen such a wondrous piece of magical craftsmanship in all my days of service to Sharaka. Here's the other man that Lilly's father's in council with, Overlord Vhorkas, an aged man who carries himself with the poise of one who has seen many years of battle. O Ghaarak, you must tell us where you managed to find this marvel. Lilly's father appears troubled, quite uncharacteristic of his usual confident demeanor. It was brought to the city just last week by a group of my men campaigning the north against rebel forces. The reports state that my troops came upon a strange excavation site flying the colors of the Crimson Prophet. Under orders to engage all enemy forces they encountered, my men naturally stopped to investigate. They found the site in disarray. It seems some treachery was at work among the miners of the site, and many bodies lay strewn about, apparently slain by their fellow workers. Those who yet lived were said to have gone quite mad, speaking little more than scattered gibberish. My men were able to easily secure the site and set about determining the cause behind this strange occurrence. Within the heart of the excavation site, my men found a mine shaft leading far below the depths of the nearby hills to a decrepit old ruin. They claim it was filled with all manner of strange devices unseen in this day and age. The gem was found among the scattered debris of the ruins, shining with an unnatural light. No one knew quite what to make of it, and I was contacted to determine what should be done with their find. Knowing that Emperor Vhorkas has always taken a keen interest in relics from the ancient days, I ordered my men to return the gem here, and so it came to be in my possession. Now Lilly's father's face grows even more concerned. I've since come to regret bringing it here, however, for this gem seems to be having a rather strange effect on all who come into contact with it. Harkon nodding his head. These artifacts from the Golden Age often have strange effects on those who encounter them. Their potent magic is unlike any seen in this age. Okar is shaking his head. No, this is different. I've seen it for myself. The gem seems to put thoughts in the heads of those who are near its presence. Dark, terrible visions. Not long after returning the gem to the city, the patrol which found it was sent out again. but they complained of dark dreams haunting their sleep and strange behavior among their fellow men. Within a matter of days, we lost all contact with the patrol, and haven't seen them since. At the time, I put it down to coincidence, but I've since begun to doubt that assumption. One of the sorcerers, Kiva, was asked to research the gem in an attempt to discern its power. He was struck with a strange madness, and I was forced to cast Kiva into our dungeons. After that, I ordered the gem to be locked away in the Imperial Treasury and contacted you to aid me with this matter. Overlord Vhorkas pats Lilly's father on the shoulder fondly. And a good decision that was, my old friend. Don't worry. Get to the bottom of this matter. Lilly's father nods, but he still seems uncomfortable. I imagine if anyone's equipped to handle this situation, it would be you and your men, Vhorkas. But I ask that you be careful in your handling of this relic. It seems to have a rather disturbing effect on all who come in contact with it. Just be on your guard. Harkon seems to have been grown bored with his father's warnings. Well, Ghaarak, if you'd simply turn the gem over to me, I could take it back to Zantara and properly inspect it. Ghaarak considers it, but shakes his head slowly. No, Harkon. I'd not feel comfortable sending this gem to Zantara, at least not until we know its true purpose. Harkon growing a bit angry at Ghaarak's refusal. I am a High Sorcerer of Ghaarak, and my own counsel. I'll take on what we are equipped to handle. Ghaarak's eyes harden. And I am still the ruler of this city, Harkon. Do well to remember that. I say we keep the gem here until we know more about it. Harkon, shaking his hands at Lilly's father. You were being a fool, Ghaarak. Do you know that the Crimson Prophet has been sighted here in Ghaarak recently? I know, for I was there to witness it. Yes, I'd heard of the sighting, but rest assured I've made arrangements which will keep the city well protected against any danger the Prophet may pose to us. You trust too much in the defenses of Ghaarak, Ghaarak. Now, quit being so stubborn and allow me to take that gem. Ghaarak will assuredly be interested in learning its true nature. Ghaarak turns a steely gaze towards Harkon. I've made my decision on this matter, Harkon. You may either respect it or you may leave. The choice is yours. Please, let us not allow this situation to escalate any further. This is Overlord Vhorkas. We're still friends here, remember? Harkon, why don't you allow Ghaarak and I a bit of privacy? I'd like to speak with the Magistrate alone. Harkon looks between the two men, seemingly quite unhappy with the turn of events. As you wish, Vhorkas. I believe I've seen enough here today as it is. He turns and exits the chamber. Lilly's father lets out a long sigh. I have to say, I'm not too terribly sorry to see him go. I never much cared for that fellow. I can certainly understand your sentiment, Ghaarak, for Harkon has never been the most subtle of personalities, but he is still a High Sorcerer of Ghaarak, and it's foolish to anger them so greatly. And you do not seem quite yourself either. I have to say, I'm a bit concerned over your reluctance to hand over this gem to Harkon myself. Vhorkas looks worriedly upon Lilly's father. Is there something you aren't telling me, my old friend? He smiles weakly. I should have known better than to try and mislead you, Vhorkas. You know my mind only too well. If you want to know the truth, I've begun to consider ridding Ghaarak of that foul gem's presence once and for all. And I've made arrangements which will allow me to do just that. That may be very unwise, Ghaarak. Despite your personal feelings regarding this gem, if it is as corrupting as you claim, it may be quite dangerous if it were to fall into the wrong hands. Ghaarak's eyes grow angry with a surprising quickness. Do you think I've not thought of that, Vhorkas? Of course I have, but I feel it would be more dangerous to keep it. please, Vhorkas. In all the long years we've been friends, have you known me to make a decision rashly? You must trust me on this. It's for the best. He nods reluctantly. Very well, my old friend. I can see that no words of mine will change your mind. So I'll leave it in your hands. Just be cautious, Vhorkas. Is everything else all right, Vhorkas? You seem pale, distraught. Very uncharacteristic of you. Tell me, my friend, what troubles you so? Of course, it almost sounds like Vhorkas is becoming vaguely suspicious if the gem is taking power possibly over Vhorkas himself. He sighs. It's my daughter, Vhorkas. I worry that I have somehow placed her in danger. I don't know what to do about it. You trouble yourself too greatly over Lilly, Vhorkas. I'm sure a fine young woman such as she can take care of herself. I'm not so sure. I received a report that Lilly was attacked by assassins right here in Ghaarak. Since someone plans to make a move on me, and Lilly may be in grave danger because of it. You've always had enemies, Vhorkas, as do all who carry the burden of the Empire's purpose in the northern reaches. You cannot blame yourself. But if you're truly concerned over your daughter's safety, you could send her to join us in Zantara. I'd be more than willing to accept her into our ranks. Lilly's father places his hand under his chin, pondering Vhorkas' words. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps the time has come for Lilly to leave this city and find her own destiny. It's just that I'm loath to let her go. She's all I have left of my wife. The only thing remaining which we shared together, and the only family I still have among me. A worried look passes over her father's face once more. Vhorkas, if something happens to me, I want you to promise me you'll take Lilly with you. Keep her safe. Vhorkas nods. Of course, Vhorkas. You know that I would. But you worry too much. I'm sure you're going to be just fine. Unless there still remains something you aren't telling me. He appears uncomfortable. His eyes roam uneasily around the chamber. Then he catches sight of Lilly for the first time, giving her a weak grin. Well now, look at this. My daughter's arrived, safe and out of harm's reach. A good sign indeed. I wish we could speak more at the moment, Vhorkas, but I'd like to have some time alone with Lilly. Perhaps we can speak further on this matter at a later time, but for now, I'd like some time to myself. Vhorkas nods and bows. As you wish, Vhorkas. Speak with your daughter and we'll save these matters for another day. Now, I have other affairs which I must attend to here in the city, so I bid you farewell for the moment. They clasp hands, nodding silently to one another in the fashion of old friends. Farewell, Vhorkas. May Rakah keep you safe from harm and guide your path. The same to you, my old friend. The same to you. With that, Vhorkas departs from the chamber, leaving Lilly alone with her father, at last. My daughter, I've been so worried about you. Come here and let your old father have a good look at you. Already, Lilly has forgotten absolutely everything that she wanted to speak with her father about. Absolutely everything.
I bid you hello.
Lilly's father rises from his seat slowly, his face appearing tired and haggard in the dim light of the chamber. Smiles at Lilly, but she senses that it's a forced smile. He is truly quite terrified underneath it. I'm glad to see you're safe and sound, Lilly, for I'd received word that you were beset by assassins in the market district. Yeah, she feared for her life. He pats her comfortingly on the shoulder. Well, I'm proud that you were so capable of defending yourself, my daughter. You should be proud as well, for it shows how far your training has come. In any event, I'm pleased to see you escape such a danger unscathed. You mean so much to me, Lilly. Even if I did not always show it in the best manner, I want you to know that. Yeah, she just wondered why he wasn't there for her citizenship. An expression of shame crosses her father's face. I do apologize for that, Lilly. I should have been there, for I know how much it meant to you. I know you must hate me for it, and with all reason, but matters have grown dangerous here in Ghaarak, and I could not take the time to come to the Academy. I know it's no excuse, but I hope you can understand. Do you think we could make more time to spend with one another, Lilly? The rift between us has grown far too large. I'd very much like to remedy that. Yeah, it's quite a large rift. Perhaps it has. Perhaps it has. I will do what I can, and I hope you'll try and give your old fool of a father a second chance, Lilly. I truly do. He straightens his poise, his eyes clearing, and he looks at Lilly solemnly. Lilly, I need you to listen to what I have to say next very closely, for it's of great importance to both you and I. Ghaarak may be facing dark days, and I've begun preparations to ensure your safety. The attack on you in the market district only enforces my worries that you may not be safe within the city for much longer. In the meantime, I want you to exercise great caution, for I would be crushed if something were to happen to you. Yeah. Just wonder if it has to do with the gem. His voice trembling in fear. Be wary of mentioning that thing. It may be listening to us, Lilly. Yeah. Just like him to explain. It's a dark thing, Lilly. That is all I know for sure. It sends terrible visions to me in the night, visions of Ghaarak burning in flames, of all this being destroyed, and I fear it intends to bring such a fate to us. I'm making arrangements, which I hope will rid the city of its dark influence once and for all, but it's not safe to speak of that here. In the meantime, I want you to exercise great caution. Alright, Anagril is concerned how dangerous things really are. I don't know, Lilly. I don't have any answers yet, but I mean to get to the bottom of it. If all goes well, we'll be able to sleep at ease this evening. If not, well, it's better not to think of that outcome. Yeah, she'd like to know who he's meeting, this secret meeting. His glance darts nervously around the room. It's not safe to speak further of this here, Lilly. You must simply trust me on this matter. Yeah, he doesn't sound very confident at all. Well, it may be dangerous, that is all. I do not yet know what the outcome will be, but it's worth it if I can sleep easy, knowing the city of Ghaarak as well as you, my daughter, are safe from harm. Alright, I think she has no choice but to trust him on that. He nods. Good. Heartens me to know I have your support in this matter, Lilly. It goes a long way towards easing my concern. If it will ensure your safety, it's worth doing. I must go now, Lilly, for my meeting is to begin soon, and I must depart these halls while no prying eyes lie in watch. I want you to stay clear of our home at the Imperial Estate for a bit, at least until I send for you, telling you it's safe to return. If my meeting does not go well, it would be better if you were not there. Yeah, Lilly wanted to go home. Lying to him that she'll respect his wishes. Be careful, my daughter. I'll send for you when I'm sure it's safe for you to return home. Until that time, I see you please avoid the estate. Lilly, before he leaves, turns to look at Lilly one last time. I want you to know how proud I am of you, Lilly. Please remember that. Yeah, if he says so. Looks as he's about to respond, but simply nods his head in resignation. He looks her deep in her eyes, giving a weak smile, and turns away. With that, Lilly's father leaves the chamber, heading towards his mysterious meeting. Lilly's only left with her thoughts and the warnings of her father. Regardless of the circumstances, she's never had the opportunity before. She has to see what might be in her father's desk. While making the futile attempt to break the lock on the drawer, Lilly thinks about the gem. She's insulted that her father asked Harkon his opinion of it, and not his own daughter, an accomplished woman of the art. The fact that Harkon wanted to take it to Zantara seems suspicious. And the gem's powers, intruding on people's thoughts, giving them dark and terrible visions. She'd never seen her father become angry with Vhorkas before, and his claims that it was listening to their conversation. She wonders if perhaps her father is simply going mad. A quick stop at the library to return the 7-volume history of Oberon, inscribed by the High Sage Melbeth. She can't get it out of her mind. She's all I have left of my wife. Those words from her father's lips clung to Lilly's mind. Obviously, she's saddened by it because it reminded her of the loss of her mother. But she's also hardened by it because that's probably all her father views her as, his late wife's daughter, which explains why she never felt like his daughter, or that she even had half a family anymore, for that matter.
Well met.
No matter.